Hello YouTubers, today I am riding to test out earplugs because I've never used them before, which is a bit surprising maybe, because I have had problems with my ears ever since I was a kid, but I've never ridden with earplugs, and I have done a lot of highway riding over the years, and because I'm going to do a lot of it in just a bit more than a month, then I figured it's probably a good idea to try out earplugs and see how I feel about riding with them. So I've ridden now not more than a couple of kilometers, and I can't say it's too bad. It feels a bit, I'm not sure if uncomfortable is the exact correct word, because I mean, it feels just strange. I don't like stuff being in my ear. I have had so many surgeons poke around there that that's almost like a phobia for me. But it's just strange feeling, but not uncomfortable actually. Yeah, just strange, unusual. I'm not accustomed to the feeling, but the lack of wind noise, today is a really windy day, maybe even the microphone is picking up the wind. The lack of wind noise in my ear is actually nice. I mean, I still can hear it. I can still hear the engine. I can probably, let's see, yeah, I can very, very quietly even hear the passing cars. But yes, the lack of general level of the noise is nice. Now, it's not something that I would want to use on a daily basis. I think I will probably be only using it, or using the plugs, them in plural rather, on longer highway rides, but not short trips like what I'm doing today. I also tested the headset or the intercom thingy Bluetooth yesterday by just playing music. I charged it fully, and I just wanted to see how long the battery lasts, because I will be relying on it with navigation, or for navigation, and played music, I think 8 hours straight before the battery was finished, so I'm quite happy with that. I can work with that. What is that? There's a truck on the side here. It has been for a while, I think. Well, as in from last night or something. And I missed speed signs. Naughty. Distracted naughty. Anyway, testing the earplugs is just one thing that I'm doing today. I'm actually also riding to see a monastery. Maybe you have seen the video I did about a convent, the Pirita convent. That was probably a couple of years ago already. I haven't done that many ruins videos last year, but I decided to do one today. The monastery is Padise monastery. has interesting history already with the start of the building of the monastery, because it took 200 years to complete. It was, I believe, in 13th century they did a chapel there, or they built a chapel there, and then they decided to build a monastery, and took some time to get the permission or whatever. The plans were also made already in 13th century, but the monastery was built in 14th and 15th century, because while it was being built there was a rebellion in the majority of northern Estonia, or what we know today as Estonia. The locals were not happy with the suppression, or what do you call it, of the church orders, and they decided to rebel. It was called later by historians the Yuri Rebellion, based on the holiday the rebellion started on. And they burnt the monastery down, but the Livonian order, I believe, no, that was not the Livonian order, that was some other order. I'm not that good with history. They built it up still. It's just the building was extended by that much. Just for a moment I thought that was in fourth gear there, because the engine sounds so different with the earplugs. I almost forgot that I already had them, so definitely not uncomfortable. Right, so yeah, I really don't know much about history, so I'm not going to blab on about it anymore, and instead we'll cut to the monastery. I actually have a few kilometers to ride still, but snap training now. So, good field test. I recall right away that the very first ice cream hunt I did, or we did, with many other people, we passed this monastery when going back to Keila, so maybe you saw a glimpse of it then. Padise, we are here. The monastery is just behind these trees ahead. Looking at the monastery, you immediately see the building has had defense in mind. There were other defense structures built later on, as we can see here on the side of the main road. This is the current main entrance, and this tower also used to have a drawbridge. The monastery was surrounded with a water obstacle that was fed by the local river you see there. This dam, however, is made to maintain the water level in the pond of the later built mansion. The original dam was under the bridge of the main road. two yards are connected by another gate, which had a portcullis. So just another step of protection. So this was my little tour of the Padise monastery. Now obviously I did not show you everything. There's a lot more to see. It took me a good couple of hours to go through the whole building, and yeah, there are nice things and less nice things to see there, or like more deteriorated or collapsed things. But this is it. I'm now riding back without the earplugs, just as a comparison, and I can already tell you the wind noise difference is huge. Anyway, thanks for watching. I won't keep you here any longer, and hopefully we'll see you soon.